What's up, everyone? PSGINT here. Today we will be discussing PSG players sell or keep. Allez Paris.
De Thiago Silva, l'expérience de Thiago Motta. On a tous été stupéfaits par les nouveaux records de Libra et chantons. Allez Paris, allez Paris, allez Paris.
PSG fans, I'm here with Princess and PSG. We will be going in depth on which players PSG should sell and which players PSG should keep. Of course, some players we already know if they're going to stay or not, but we will put on our own opinion on it. So, share screen. All right, let's start. Keylor Navas. What are you saying?
Well, as I said in the last stream, his desire is to stay. We don't know what happens. I would keep him for him to help Donnarumma.
Yeah.
More for those reasons, and also he's a great backup. I'm not even gonna lie. He's not even a backup, but he would be a great backup.
Do you think there's still like a chance of PSG offering him to another club, or do you think
Yes.
that he will 100% stay?
I think there's a chance that PSG will offer him to another club, probably a club like Newcastle or something who were previously interested in him. They might. I mean, I don't know if that's still on the cards, but yeah, I think that's an option. He might even go to Qatar. I doubt it, but you know. Um I think he's a great presence in the locker room, honestly. I think he would help Donnarumma a lot. So that's how I see it. And if he's willing to sit on the bench, then okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, with what he said, it's like he has accepted it to stay at Paris Saint-Germain, a club that I think he loves. You know, most football players that join PSG stays in their heart. Di Maria, for example, played a lot with Real Madrid, won the Champions League, but he loves PSG more. Same with Keylor Navas. I think that Keylor Navas has a more special feeling with PSG than with Real Madrid. Even though he played longer for Real Madrid and achieved more success, he still has a warmer place for PSG. Do you agree with that?
I don't know about warmer, but definitely it is somewhere that holds its own place in his heart. Um that is the case with a lot of players. Like people would have like full careers before they come here
Yeah.
and they still end up like just falling in love for whatever reason it is. I don't know. Probably have their own reasons for it, but I think Kaylor like I see that being a thing.
Yeah.
I don't see him being upset by anything, probably except for what had happened the last season.
Yeah.
But yeah.
PSG. PSG. Nasser.
Yo. What's up?
Navas.
Navas. Sell or keep? Navas, we're talking about a top 10 goalkeeper in the world.
Yeah.
Keep. It's that simple.
Yeah.
Keep.
Yeah. That's the thing. The thing with Navas is he isn't on like very high wages. He doesn't have a big resale value. So if he wants to stay, we should keep him. We shouldn't even try to list him because when does his contract end? Is it 23 or 24?
24.
24.
24.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has
Let's
some
keep
time
him. Let's
actually.
keep him. Let's keep him. I mean, what if Donnarumma gets an injury? Instead of playing this Franchi guy or someone else, or go
Frankie.
into the market, Frankie, or go into the market after another keeper, we have Keylor Navas, and he, as PSG said, top 10, if not top 7, if not top 5, if not top 1.
You know what? The only reason why I think now that you mentioned his resale value, I think to lighten up the wage bill, they might want to sell Navas. Now that
Yeah,
I
but
really rethink it.
if they want to lighten up the wage bill, remove Herrera, Guy, Danilo,
No,
because
that
Wait,
is
we'll get to that. We'll
inevitable.
get to them,
No,
right?
that is inevitable. So, but I'm just saying, they could make like probably over 100 million based off of just selling, even probably selling at a loss. Like, I know a lot of these people are going to be sold at a loss. It's not even a question in my mind. But Navas, like, you can get a pretty decent money, probably 10 million.
Yeah.
Yeah. Damn. I would keep him still, but I'm just saying that that could play its role.
Okay.
Yeah,
No,
honestly, if Newcastle came with 20, 25 million for Keylor Navas and they agreed terms with him, I mean, I would do it.
He would go.
It would suck,
Yeah.
but I would do it.
yeah, but for me, that he has already accepted to be second goalkeeper, let's just keep him. I mean, it was a big decision for him. He could become a first goalkeeper at any other team, pretty much, but he wants to stay, and we should give love back to him and let him stay at Paris Saint-Germain.
Yeah.
That's just my argument.
It sucks because he'll play like every fifth Ligue 1 game, and
Yeah.
then he'll play like maybe the Coupe de France games if they let him.
Yeah.
Possibly.
So yeah, he's not gonna like that.
I
No,
think
but he has
he's
accepted
fine.
that. That's the thing.
Like, that's the issue here. Like, he knows that Donnarumma is going to be first. So, like, what, he's going to have to understand what that entails. And if he's willing to accept that, then he can't complain about play time too much.
Maybe Donnarumma ACL injury.
Oh, stop it. Don't curse our players like that. Come on,
Well,
now.
I know PSG wants that. I know PSG wants that to happen.
Stop it. All right, let's move on.
Number 40, Denis Frankie. I don't know anything about him. I've never seen him play a single game.
I've seen him play.
Starting goalkeeper for under 19.
No, I think that's oh crap, I forgot his name. I don't remember. But Denis Frankie, I've seen him play in preseason. I forgot which game it was exactly, but he's okay. I mean, you're not going to judge him off of a preseason game because it was probably third division.
Yeah.
I don't know, something like
Come
it's
on,
not the same.
Look, sweetheart. He's a nobody. He's a nobody. Okay.
No, I'm evaluating based off of what I've seen.
The thing is, with academy players, you never see a goalkeeper break into a team and become the starter. You rarely
Google
see.
this.
Yeah.
Let me Google.
And also Denis Frankie, he's Italian, right?
Yes.
Maybe he can be, he can develop into being that third. Is he good enough to be the third guy?
He was.
Because the reality is Sergio Rico's coming back. Mallorca don't even rate him as their backup goalkeeper.
No,
that
see,
says
you know
everything
what?
you need to know.
I think they're trying to sell Rico. Like, I think he's part of the people that they're trying to offload. So I really think that they would rather keep Denis Frankie. I'm not even kidding. Like,
probably
it's probably nothing to do with Frankie. It's more to do with them really wanting to get rid of Sergio Rico because his salary is much higher. We also have to think of that because, like, the objective is to lighten the wage bill, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Frankie, he's young. He's 19, I think. 19 years old. It's only up from here. And one thing I also want to say, you can tell that Navas really takes care of the young goalkeepers because in that game where Denis Frankie played in preseason, Navas was there watching and he was just like, he was looking at him like he was a proud parent every time he would save something. And then he just has this smile on his face and it's like, that's really cute. I would like to see him play more. Maybe this summer we can probably see what's going on with him. But
yeah, next up, let's go. Come on.
No, so what's the answer? Just stay there.
Neutral.
I'm a neutral on this. Yeah.
Neutral.
Okay. I want PSG to start.
Oh
man, look, man, Juventus. Arrive bene, the CEO of Juventus. If you got a nice 40 million euro offer, on the table, You know what I mean? We can sell you Italy's number one to Italy's number one club. You know, if you're that's if you're available, but otherwise we're stuck with this fat shit, man. It's crazy,
He's not fat. He's just huge.
man. This guy, man. This guy is pissing me off, man. What he did, he literally just gave Benzema a career and just destroyed PSG's season. Oh my god! In the space of 1 second, like this guy, man.
I cannot wait until I hear you saying, "I'm sorry, Donnarumma," or whatever.
No.
The
He's
way
not
you
gonna
did for
say that.
Navas.
No,
He's just not gonna say
Donnarumma did not live up to the hype. Donnarumma, what's it called? Was a first team at 16, and they were calling him generational. He hasn't shown any generational traits. I'm not seeing anything
What
Nothing
are you
comes out to
talking
me
about?
generational when I watch him. I don't see
Nothing?
it.
Absolutely
Nothing.
nothing. Okay, so
I
that
mean,
whole
he's an amazing
Euros
shot
thing was
stopper,
not.
great size and all, but yeah, he was great in the Euros. Good for him,
No,
But
listen.
You said there was nothing. That's why I'm saying, like,
Uh, we got a comment saying if Navas was younger, I would sell Donnarumma.
yeah. I, if Navas was younger, Donnarumma would not be here.
Yeah,
Like that really is what it all comes down to. Donnarumma was chosen because he's there to be someone who could be the goalkeeper long term. Navas was there because Navas was good. If he was younger, there would be no need
yeah. I
for
mean, I
Donnarumma. Yeah.
the thing is, I've seen Donnarumma. I saw him 2 seasons with Milan because I watched Milan games, and he's amazing. His first season with PSG, it's been okay if you take away that mistake he did against Real Madrid. But I think 1 season, 2 seasons in, and he's the best goalkeeper in the world. He's 23 years old. So if Donnarumma stays at PSG for his entire career, he will be here for 10 to 12 years. We don't even have to worry about the goalkeeper in the coming 12 years.
100%.
That's what they were
And
looking at.
yeah,
No, you're right. You're right. Like
and
that's if
he
everything
has
gets.
improved.
No, he hasn't.
No, listen, mistakes is one thing. I'm just talking about the other stuff. He has improved because I look at his stats. I remember in the beginning, his long balls, they were ass. But then they improved. They improved. This guy went from Milan, a team that competed for top six, to PSG, who are
Yeah,
competing
and
for
they and they
Champions
and
League.
they and they let him go. Got in Iron Mike, and they're about to. They just won the
Yeah,
Scudetto.
he won the Serie A goalkeeper of the year as well, season as well.
I find it
Like no,
so funny how we switched academy keepers.
yeah,
Like how we just
but
took theirs and then they have ours.
but I think Donnarumma he will be a huge player in PSG for the coming years. So he's 100% staying for me. I mean, I want Donnarumma to just continue on. And yeah, he had a rough season. He had a rough first year, but I think that he will just improve with time, and the pressure can get away from him. He needs to get better at passing the ball to defenders because sometimes he
Yes.
Wait,
just
he needs to get. Wait, how much better can he get at passing the ball? To other players, to the opposing team, because that's what he does.
he
Like
freezes. It's like the controller dies until the attacker comes really close. Do you remember when he like kicked it out for a throw in, and then he went to the player that was going to take the throw in and got a yellow card for it? But I don't know.
he's a
I
clown,
Yeah,
think
he
man.
needs to not get carded. That's another thing. It's nerve-wracking for goalkeepers to get, you know,
yeah,
carded like that. That also goes for Navas too. He had a red this season.
yeah, beautiful red.
Yeah. Oh
But
my
I,
god.
but I think with next season he has already been confirmed to be the first goalkeeper. I think that's a very good signs for Donnarumma because then he can improve game on and doesn't have to be scared that if he has an itchy performance, Navas will come in. So
Yes.
yeah, next season, if you want to rate Donnarumma, rate him next season. Both Navas and Donnarumma, you couldn't rate them this season because mentally they weren't. None of them were the first goalkeeper. Both of them were like secondary goalkeepers. They didn't know when they were going to start. They didn't know when they were going to play. It was all in Pochettino's hands.
Yeah, give Donnarumma one more season, especially one good solid season with Navas guiding him.
Yeah.
I think you can successfully sell
Yeah, yeah,
Navas
yeah.
and keep Donnarumma long term. Just one more season with those two.
Hmm?
If you want
Uh,
a gradual change.
yeah. PSG. Anything more on Donnarumma?
Nah, man, nothing on that dude, man. Just get on a better training regimen. Fix your diet and come back stronger, man.
I don't see what you see. I really But anyway,
He's
Huge
pudgy.
guy.
He's pudgy, princess. He's pudgy.
he was big already. Come on
Hey,
now.
you're playing with the best of the best. He's got to get better.
He
Yeah,
was
yeah. No,
literally
no,
huge.
no.
Okay.
He has to get better. True. But
All
he
right.
isn't as shit as you might think he is or say
He's
he is.
shit is not an adjective I would use. Below, subpar, below expectation would probably be
Oh,
All right,
better.
let's move on from him. Let's move on.
Alexander
He's leaving
the
anyway.
the
He's gone,
tattoo
he's gone.
artist.
He is leaving.
Man, shout out to him, man, having the best job in the world. Just chilling with Ramos, Mbappe, all these dudes.
He's also gotten injured.
Yeah, somehow. But
Yeah.
I mean, we don't even have to talk about him because he's 100% leaving. So, yeah, I mean, it was a good ride. He got his first performance yesterday. What
Yeah.
did he play? Like 15 minutes, 10 minutes?
10 minutes.
Far well, too.
Yeah. For 10, 15 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
That was
Goalkeeper's done. So we
Mhm.
said Navas stay, but if a good offer comes in, maybe sell him. Franchi, we don't really know. We don't really care. Donnarumma staying and Letellier is already leaving. Now, defenders. Ashraf Hakimi.
Stay.
Yeah.
The best right back in the world, obviously. Stay.
The thing is, we have only seen like 40% Hakimi. This season with PSG,
When he
he's
plays with
nothing.
a legitimate winger, you're gonna
Yeah.
see Hakimi become a disgusting, absolutely disgusting. Like he's gonna eat so much in behind. It's gonna be
Mm.
crazy. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be cinema.
We would see
Yeah.
more goals if he was to be used properly.
Yeah. No, Hakimi with Inter last season was amazing. Amazing.
Yeah.
And with Morocco as well on international breaks.
Yeah. Oh,
He has been their
fantastic.
best player, scoring free kicks and everything.
Yep.
But we haven't used him in a great way. But that's mostly down to Mr. Pochettino.
Mm.
And also, let's give Hakimi more props because I saw there was before Mbappe's signing was officialized and shit. I saw that Hakimi was there was a quote um, floating around about Hakimi saying Real Madrid is his dream, all this, and they made it seem like it was a recent quote when it was a quote from like 2018 or 2020 when he was at Inter. So they just made it seem like he's angling to push for Real Madrid with Mbappe, which is just turned out to be total nonsense. You know what I mean? Hakimi
Yeah.
did an interview with Yahoo Sports France, and he told them off the record Mbappe is staying. So once
I
I
want to
saw that
see
news,
this.
and it showed, it just shows. So like it just shows that he played a very big
Yeah.
part in convincing Mbappe to stay. And shout out Hakimi, man. Shout out
Yeah,
Ashraf. They even pulled up in Madrid. They pulled up at the Spanish capital to clown
Mhm.
Madrid. That's what they was doing.
Yeah,
That's what
they
Yeah.
did. They teased
It
Real
was all a
Madrid.
game. It was all a game. Those two.
But PSG, have you seen the picture of Hakimi and Mbappe entering Parc des Princes yesterday before the game? They were smiling and laughing. But I mean, Real Madrid fans want us to feel like Hakim is like an undercover agent that tells Mbappe, "Yeah, go to Real, go to Real." No, Hakimi doesn't even like Real Madrid because how they treated him, loaned him out, and then just sold him when the first great offer came in.
Man, I mean, also shout out to Dior. You know what I mean? Our players be looking, our players be looking great before games. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
the
yeah,
nice suits, like that's just a classy ass club, front to back, man. Shout out
Absolutely.
PSG, man.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah. Um, moving on from Hakimi, here it comes. Here comes the big discussion. Presnel Kimpembe. I mean, PSG have, according to the report I read yesterday, PSG want someone to compete with Kimpembe. That shows that they aren't completely happy with his performances this season. Does Kimpembe have a future at PSG? And for how long?
I think he has a future
PSG and don't
unless he
start. Don't
says
start
no.
this, man. Don't start. He's not Donnarumma. This is a kid.
Listen,
This
listen,
is
you're
this is this is
respecting him too
Panam.
much.
This is Panam through and through, man. Presco stays. Presco
Okay, you know
stays.
what? Unless he wants to leave,
And if he
he's
leaves,
not
by the way,
leaving.
Mbappe will throw a fit. I promise you.
But the thing with
Mbappe and
I
like
think he's
they
very
won't
sim-
like it.
yeah, I think he's very similar to Nacho Fernandez. But the thing is, Nacho Fernandez doesn't start at Real Madrid. I don't think Kimpembe should start at PSG. I think he should be a squad player.
He was a squad player for the majority of his
He's a
time
starter.
at
He's a
PSG.
starter. PSG and stop playing. Stop playing.
But has
He's a
he been
starter.
good?
He's
Has
a
he been
starter
good
for the
enough?
French. He's a starter for the French national team too.
Yeah, but he competes with bums like Varane and Upamecano. It's not hard. It's not
Call
hard.
Varane a bum. All right.
Yeah, Varane is a bum. I mean, he's gonna play Europa League next season. People called him Champions League Varane, only for him to join and take them to Europa League.
Listen, we're not gonna blame my guy for a title that other people gave him. You know, honestly, if you've seen Varane enough, you know what it's like when he plays. So this whole Champions League Varane thing already sounded ridiculous in my eyes. So it was already ridiculous. So this doesn't come as a shock to me at all. But as far as Kimpembe goes, he's not going unless he finds somewhere where he thinks would offer him the same, if not better. It'll never be better, if I'm going to be honest. It doesn't get better than an academy player staying at one club for his whole life and then switching to
Yeah,
somewhere else. It doesn't hold the same value. So I do agree that he needs competition. I also do agree that he needs to um he just needs external help to help him manage his emotions because these fits of rage that cost us wins and that bring us draws and losses, that needs to be addressed immediately.
I mean, even from the comments, it says Kimpembe is a true Parisian. He definitely stays, and the other one says Kimpembe can stay on the bench.
Hmm.
But for me, what I want
Look,
to see
Presnell
is
is a start. Presnell, I'm gonna keep it real. Presnell starts over Ramos.
He has no choice. Listen, he has no
It sounds
choice.
crazy because you have to understand Ramos is 35. You think
Oh
Ramos
no,
can
with
play
the
in a
age,
back
I understand.
four and like play in the high line like consistently? Does he still have that athleticism? I don't think
But,
he
but
does.
for me, what I want with Kimpembe, I want someone that competes with him that makes Kimpembe get even better. That's what I want to
Bring
see.
in. We need to bring in. Yeah, we'll bring in
Bremer,
another center back though. Yeah, we'll see.
Bremer.
Yeah, Bremer's a three at the back center back, so he'll have to get
Okay,
used to playing four at the back. But
okay.
That's
I
unless we
don't
have
know.
that option of playing with the three at the back. More center backs would mean that we have that option now, especially since we have wing backs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like we can
Yeah,
just be super flexible with it.
right. Yeah, we don't have to commit to one formation, you
yeah.
know?
Yeah, just be super flexible. Play
PSG,
multiple.
you got a comment. Nah, Ramos at 35 is still more solid than Kimpembe. Stop playing PSG.
Okay, that's. I mean, he's not wrong. He's not wrong. I mean, it's true.
if if
But like,
Kimpembe can
just
score,
we're not. We have three top center backs. We just need a
yeah.
fourth. Then when you have four, that depth is insane. And
You
you
can
just feel more
rotate better.
secure. And just like let
Plus,
Kimpembe's a competitor. Like just know that about him.
yeah,
He's always going to
yeah,
compete.
yeah, 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 yeah.
You know what I
No,
mean? So and competition is good for him. He plays better because of it.
I also think that they need to have more confidence in him because I think the lack of confidence in his ability in the beginning of the season was what made him kind of have wandering eyes for other clubs as well. So,
but
hey,
all right. Listen, Chelsea bid 50 million for Kimpembe. Should PSG accept?
they would not.
They would
No,
not do that.
no,
But if they
no. I'm
did,
asking
if
if
they
they.
did, you take it and run. You close your eyes, you take it and you run.
That's another wage bill thing. I mean,
Yeah,
anything
it's
to light up the
we
way.
need anything to exactly. It's in the same vein as actually we'll get to him later. We'll get to him later.
Okay,
No, no. I know who he's talking about. It's Marquinhos.
next.
It's Marquinhos he's
Let's
talking
go.
about.
Let's go.
No, Ramos is next.
Ramos.
I
No, we
mean,
talked about him.
Ramos. Yeah, I think we don't have to. What is it? Take away the contract. I think he stays for one more season, with as well an option in the future. But I think that we should definitely give Ramos a chance next season of how good he has been lately for us.
Mm, I'm in the middle. I don't want to say neutral.
Is it with the way? Is it all because of the wages?
It's not primarily because of the wages, because it's not the most we've ever we've ever paid, but
Is it
it's
injury?
it's the injuries and it's the consistency. I don't know what that's gonna look like next season because so far so good. But
Yeah.
I predicted when Ramos came during preseason, and I realized that he was injured for mad long. I predicted that he would not play more than 10 games this season. And of course, like that, people were like, oh no, that's too little. And it's like, by this rate, like he spent the whole like preseason out. So you know what? It continued and it continued. And how many games has he played? Um,
Maybe
Around
10 to
10?
12? 10 to
Yeah,
12?
10
Yeah.
to 12. Yeah, it's around there. And so for me that's underwhelming for squad depth. He's there when not even when he's needed, but he's there if he's there.
Yeah.
And that plus his wages, that doesn't seem to make any sense to me. But I think something he can offer is a voice in that locker room for, leadership purposes. He's
Yeah.
a great voice, a great presence on the pitch.
Yeah.
He adds, in terms of his ability as well. Like when he's fit, he's great. I
Yeah.
mean, he's such an asset, but at the same time, it's like if you can't find that who can offer a consistency, then keep him. But if there are other options that could do the same thing, then it doesn't make sense to me.
For me, the thing with Ramos is we can't sell him. We can only terminate his contract. And by terminating his contract, we're paying all the wages he was going to get up front. So for me, we shouldn't terminate his contract because we will lose on that. It's better to have Ramos for 20 games than not and pay the same amount of money. And as you said, what the personality he brings in, especially who knows, maybe Bichiabo gets more chances next season, and Ramos can be influential to that.
He's on loan though. Bichiabu's on loan apparently. I mean, that's a decision, right? So I think I don't know. The thing about him not getting any offers, he's been linked to LA Galaxy. He's been linked to Inter Miami. It would have to be somewhere in the MLS because that's the only links I'm seeing. Otherwise, The other option is to terminate his contract.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh
What?
no.
the the actual expression is hilarious.
Oh no. Guys, just go on PSG Hub and
I'm
read the
looking, I'm
latest
looking, I'm
tweet.
looking, I'm looking, I'm looking, I'm looking. Where's my notification for this stuff?
It's RMC Sport, and they're usually right regarding PSG.
Hold on, wait. Don't say
He will
nothing.
not join PSG. Oh, it's about Chumeni.
Is this about
Yeah.
Chouameni? Damn, where were you an hour ago when we were making an episode?
I mean, I don't really care. Let's get De Jong.
Uh,
Let's get De Jong. Let's get De Jong.
no, guys, like, okay, this is fine. Calm down.
No, De Jong is coming.
Calm
De Jong
down.
is coming. Yo, no, this means De Jong is
We
coming.
have options. We have options. See, this is what I mean. You know what? He would be so good for Liverpool.
Man, this is
though.
why I was never so receptive to him coming in the first place. He's gonna do us like this.
No, listen, let him go to Real Madrid and rot on the bench. We don't care.
No, he would do great wonders for Liverpool. Imagine him under Klopp.
Yeah, but the thing is, he's still going to be mostly on the bench because Fabinho plays.
Oh, he's going to be on the bench no matter where he goes. Real Madrid, Liverpool.
No, not PSG, not PSG.
Not PSG, but who cares? He wants his whoever is influencing him wants him to leave France. He wants to
No,
leave France.
I'm not gonna do like Real Madrid. and
He's
hate
gone.
Chouameni
No,
because
of course not.
not one thing. I'm not a Real Madrid fan. I'm
No,
not deluded. Chumeni, I don't agree with your decision. Maybe you need to get a bit smarter, but yeah, I don't care. Let's get De Jong in.
Honestly, De Jong, and also if you want to fill that French quota that we have now, I think I would open doors for Thuram because he would be a lot cheaper and probably would be more receptive to staying in France. But anyway, yeah, let's move on.
PSG, you didn't say about Ramos. What do you think about Ramos? PSG?
Yo, what's up?
Yeah, what do you think about Ramos? You haven't spoken about him.
Oh, Ramos? Okay, yeah, regarding Ramos, he should stay. He should stay. He's a leader, he's a winner. Like everybody looks up to him. Like he's just so calm like with the defense. Like everything just feels more, just serene out there like when he's on the ball. And everybody just trusts him. So,
Yeah.
there was even a play in the game against Mets where like he did like a sombrero or something, and he was combining with Kempembe down the line. It was just like,
Mhm.
yo, that like that was just really nice to watch. It's just like he just has the trust of his teammates, and he's
Yeah,
just a leader. Everything about him just screams leadership. So
yeah. And I
yeah,
mean,
he
he
should
hasn't
stay.
even played that many games for PSG, but he has been
I think he's
our
past
best.
that calf issue now. Like that
Okay.
calf issue, like it was like it took him a year like to really, get
Get back.
past it. And
Yeah.
now he's probably just doing his due diligence now
Mm.
of just like taking care of his body and stuff.
Uh,
So
It took a
David,
while though. Hmm.
yo, PSG, you're gonna like this. David S commented, Ramos wouldn't pass the ball to Benzema. Unlike, all right,
unlike that guy.
Uh,
yeah, Marquinhos.
Rate his season out of 10, guys.
that's not what the question was.
Marquinhos season out of 10. 7.5 or 7. Yeah.
It's a light 7 for me. A light 7. And the thing that ruined it is the second, half. Or slightly leading up to it. Mostly because I sensed this coming. It's not really him per se, like it's not his ability. It's all the pressure really came onto him gradually, and people missed out on that gradual process. I was actually shocked. Nobody noticed how he was starting to get overwhelmed. He wasn't as alert as he used to be. Um, and then that Madrid game really brought it to everyone's attention, or maybe they've been keeping their observations a secret. It's everything that comes with being a captain has worn him out. And this is probably a learning curve.
Yeah,
It's a growth thing for him. This is the first time he's ever been really tested.
yeah.
Like in on his own. Like they've been, Thiago Silva has held his hand and Kimpembe's hand for years. Now it's time for them to face the music on their own and to really, really receive a challenge head on.
But I mean, he did that great last season. Last
He
season, he was the captain. He was captain PSG.
Yeah. Yeah, but like it's not okay, look. He still did not maintain the order that once was. There are a lot of things lacking in his leadership. Even then, it got overshadowed by him saving our behinds along with Keylor Navas. It's him and Navas that really, really protected the team from facing further humiliation. Like we shouldn't have been second last season. We probably would have been third. I really expected us to finish third or something at one point. Then there's also like this season. It's just now everything is on the table, and now we really need to know where he needs to fix up.
Yeah.
And that's where the evaluation comes in. I'm obviously keeping him. I mean, there's no replacing him or anything. Like one bad half a season is not gonna
At his
change my
best,
opinion.
he's the best centre back in the world for me. He's smart. He's good at heading. He jumps high. He's good at passing. But I remember PSG said this before. Maybe he's better as a more advanced centre back.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Yeah, like
it
Tuchel.
depends. Yeah, like he should be used in a more dynamic way. I feel. You
Yeah,
know,
not just the centre back. What was the position Beckenbauer used to play?
Beckenbauer libero or
Yeah,
something, right?
I don't know the name. Yeah, but it's like in between a defender and a midfielder, and that's what Marquinhos is.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what Tuchel's staff called him in their debut season. They called him Beckenbauer.
Yeah,
That's they called Marquinhos Beckenbauer. So, I mean, yeah, man, like Marquinhos is super talented, right? Obviously, he's gonna stay. He's the captain. So, I mean, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with Marquinhos.
but you said before with if a good price comes in, we should accept.
But
Stop
if
it.
if Chelsea go crazy and say we're offering you 100 million to make Marquinhos the first 100 million defender,
They did that already, and the answer was no from Marquinhos and the club.
we'll see.
We'll
If
see. It
that's
happened.
if someone is crazy enough to put down the money to make Marquinhos the first ever 100 million defender. If they do that,
They were
it's
crazy enough, and it didn't happen.
I mean, I
Uh,
guess we'll see. We'll see.
Comment: Marquinhos should be our DM. Is there a word? Can that work? We sign
Bro,
another.
Marquinhos, if you
Or
made
that we would need
Marquinhos a
centre
DM,
back.
I genuinely believe if you made Marquinhos a DM, he would be the best DM in the world.
It
Yeah,
it would
I'm
work.
not even trolling. Like, he would just, it would be so easy for him. Like, his Champions League final was so underrated because, like, just that, the way he was able to get into both boxes and just be a threat, be a presence,
yeah,
and then just like marshaling and covering for 3, 4 dudes in midfield and attack. Like he's just the stamina is crazy. His leg work in midfield is nuts. Like and such a presence in both boxes, and he's so good. He can pass the ball. He can play those, diagonals. Like he can evade pressure. You know what I mean? If he's not like surrounded by more than one defender. Like he can play one touch, he can play two touch. Like he's just so good. Like Marquinhos is just so talented. And I feel like if he wanted to be a DM and he put his heart into it, he
Yeah.
would be the best DM in the world.
Yeah, I mean, I
But
totally agree. I mean, when he played as a DM, he was at that point a top three DM in the world. So
yeah,
who would his number would be?
like imagine Marquinhos, Verratti, and Pogba or something. That would be that would be crazy.
But then
That
we would
actually
need
looks
to sign
likely.
two center backs.
But then you'd have to get center backs. But honestly, I'm not mad where Marquinhos stays. If he wants to stay at center back, that's fine as well. Like, I think the club is just set on him, just being a center back, which is cool. You know, maybe
Yeah,
some games here or there he'll play in midfield, like Ramos did that too. Ramos back in 2015, he played in midfield against Atleti in the Champions League and stuff, or Juventus, I think,
yeah, yeah.
because they
Juventus. Yeah,
needed. Yeah, so there could be the odd game here or there where Marquinhos can slot in midfield, but for the most part, like I think we're just honing in on him being a defender, and obviously sell or keep, obviously keep, right?
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. I mean, for me, the right answer there is we need the manager that actually sees what Marquinhos can bring to the table. Like Tuchel, he saw something special with Marquinhos, played him as a DM. He saw something special with Neymar, started playing him as a 10.
Didn't
Played,
Blanc also play Marquinhos as a DM
yeah,
at one point?
no, I don't know. I remember just when he played right back and so on.
Oh, that was a regular occurrence, but I think there were a few odd games where he would also play as a midfielder. Though I think he was less impressive those days. I think he was way better under Tuchel's
Tuchel,
DM.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he was much younger then, so there's also that factor. But yeah,
But we'll see. I
okay.
mean, sometimes when PSG play, lately when we play with a three at the back, you can see Marquinhos pushing up to the midfield. Maybe those are signs that he wants a more offensive role. We will see. All
Yeah.
right, Juan Bernat. I mean, send him to the taco shop. Send him away from my club. No, because he's exhausted. I don't think he can still perform at such a high level anymore. I think because a 1 year injury, it's so much different from a 3 month or 6 month injury, both
Yeah.
mentally and physically.
And honestly, like I wouldn't be mad if we kept him, but with his salary being super high, apparently for a backup, if that's not tenable, if the management thinks that's not tenable, then I mean, if they want to sell, like I'm not going to be opposed to it. And if a club we bought him for 5 million, if we can sell him for 10 to 15 million,
Yeah.
that's good business. So
The
I know.
problem with Juan Bernat is his contract until 2026 or 25.
25,
25.
25. Mm-hmm.
So there's still
yeah,
more.
and if you're Juan Bernat, you want to
You want to
stay.
stay. You want to stay. Who wants to
You want to
leave
stay.
PSG? Even Mbappe doesn't.
Unless he really wants more playing time.
If he has an outlook to like if he has one eye on the World Cup, I think in the back of his mind, what's he gonna think?
He needs to get more playing time and he needs to
But do you
therefore
think?
leave.
Do you think he can?
Watch, Juan Bernat is like the type of guy who I think he's gonna take his time. He'll go through preseason with PSG,
Oh
and if the
yeah.
coach is like, you're not in my plans, then he'll accelerate on finding a club, and in that instance, PSG are gonna be fucked. Why? Because no club is gonna want to shell out all that money in a short period of time, so they'll just ask for what? A loan deal. PSG pay 50% of his salary.
No, but
Yeah,
see, here's the
Like
issue. See,
that's what's gonna happen. That's just really what's gonna happen. I swear.
but we are forgetting that we now have a new sporting director. So under Luis Campos, if the decision is to sell Bernat, what do you think would happen? Especially with Antero Enrique, do you think you'll just ship him off to Qatar? If anyone says no, it's like, listen, I'll double your salary. Just move to Qatar. Doubt that's gonna happen, but it's an option. Maybe that might push him to look towards looking for clubs on his own. Other clubs if he wants to stay in Europe, possibly to move back to La Liga. I mean, that's a whole other thing that we can only predict could happen. I mean, I highly doubt that he's going to just sit there and wait. Also, it depends on when we appoint a new coach and who that coach is.
Yeah. Do you think that if we give Bernat this new season, maybe he can perform better, or do you think he has already tried to do his best this season and he just can't do it? He doesn't have the facility to do that.
He hasn't had enough playing time. So it's hard to really assess if this is 100% because of his injury.
Yeah, but
Or
the amount of playtime he has gotten, it's that amount of playtime he will get because he will never be a starter ahead of Nunmensch.
unless he goes to a mid-table club
No, I'm
somewhere.
just saying at PSG. So do you think he can get
Oh yeah,
better?
he's not getting more than this. Not with the fit Nuno sitting there. No.
Mm, no.
Unless he's okay with being a backup, but are we okay
He
with him
would
being a
be
backup?
he would not be okay with being a backup because there's Jordi Alba, there's Jose Gaya right now in the Spanish national team,
Grimaldo.
Grimaldo, all for a spot. He wants to work hard, right? Don't you think, to try and eke out a position on that World Cup squad? So
But I mean, was he ever? He has never even played for the national team, maybe, or just
no,
had like.
Lucho called him up before his injury. Lucho used to call him up.
Yeah, because he was performing well. Like Bernat pre-injury was a different person. Now when you look at him in the state that he's in right now, I don't see him getting called up for Spain.
No.
Not with Luis Enrique.
Last time Bernat played for Spain was in 2014. Um, we got one in the comments says, do you guys notice that Mbappe's Instagram followers are decreasing since
Yes.
yesterday?
So he lost 600,000 last I checked.
Real fans, they are
Salty stuff.
crying.
Yeah.
But back to Bernat, I would say if we get any offer at all for him, we accept it. Because,
Hmm.
yeah, we should just accept it. That's
Yeah.
what I think. Never mind, he was on the bench in 2019. Yeah. But, yeah. PSG, what I have to say. Bernat. Good offer comes in, 7 million offer. We take it, right?
Yeah, we take it, but that'll be very hard unless Bernat is decisive immediately. If he
Yeah,
if
yeah, yeah.
he if he wastes his time mulling it over, goes through preseason with us, we're fucked. We're just gonna have to loan him and pay 50% of his wages as usual, which is annoying, but we'll see.
No, you send him to Qatar. No, I feel bad for him because this was definitely not something that anyone would want for themselves. It's like everything changed in a matter of one injury, a serious one, but
Yeah.
like, and the recovery process was hell. I mean, like, he had surgery, this infected area got infected. He had to go back again. Yeah, it was rough. It was like 13 months. Like what that can do to your self-esteem and everything
Yeah, yeah,
is just, yeah. But I still see a lot of good in him. It's just that his pace and everything, like it's not the same. But
yeah.
damn. Yeah.
Uh, I mean, Dagba, he's one of those examples of a
Man,
TT
get him
from
out of
Qatar
here. Get him out of
that
here,
we
man.
have just kept for
Get
too
that man out
long.
of here, man.
He isn't on PSG's level. He isn't on our
Man,
level. These youngsters are the ones that we need to sell after one season because we already knew that he wasn't good enough.
man, sell
He's
that man
older than
tomorrow.
Mbappe. He's older than Mbappe. He's
Man,
not even like
sell him tomorrow, man. Like
I think he would want to go, honestly. I've heard that he
Yeah,
was
yeah,
looking for a way out, so that's a great thing. He's young, he wants to build on his career and have a full
He's
one. So
probably regretting a lot of things. Like Bayern were interested in him one summer, and
yeah.
he rejected Bayern.
Yeah.
Why? Did you think that he was going to start for PSG or what?
I don't
Maybe.
know, like, and now he's linked to like dead clubs like Mallorca and shit. He's just gonna go to
Yeah,
some dead club. He might go
he
to another
has.
French club. He might go to another French club. Who knows?
Yeah,
That'll
a
do him
Maybe,
good.
Montpellier, a Strasbourg, anything.
yeah.
I highly doubt Strasbourg would take him, but
No, I'm
yeah,
just saying those kind of clubs, not the clubs that are competing for the Champions League, but right underneath. I think that those clubs were taking him. Nantes, for example, they would take it, Agba.
I think he has a lot to offer to a mid-table club in terms of his ability. You get what I mean? He's not
Yeah, yeah,
bad.
yeah,
He's just not what we need. He's not the profile that
exactly.
PSG seeks. Um, he was linked to some Serie A clubs, but they were like mid-table Serie A clubs. We'll see. We'll see. But he's looking to leave, and that's a great thing. So shouldn't be any issues. Mira,
Uh,
yeah, man, like just skip it.
Yo, Kurzawa, he's a thief. He's a thief.
I don't know what
But
to feel.
PSG, who was it that extended Kurzawa?
Man, Tupac back. Tupac back. Hey man, respect Kurzawa, man.
No,
Keep
but
keep
who extended him?
keep
Who extended Kurzawa?
Mr. Araujo.
Yeah,
Leonardo, yeah, that guy.
yeah. Kurzawa should follow in Leonardo's footsteps and leave our club, our beloved Paris Saint-Germain.
Where will he go though?
I remember in the summer, Lazio put in a bid of like 3 million for him, but then, yeah, it broke
But
off.
obviously, they're not paying him the wages. The man loves his wages. He's in Paris. He'll never leave.
When it does his contract end? 2024?
25.
25.
I think it's 25 actually now that someone do a quick Google search.
Yo,
No, I think
yo,
it's 24.
we can't be
Is it
having
24? It might be. No, look, this is the thing with Kurzawa. Like, he had so many chances to leave. The Lazio thing, the West Ham thing,
Lyon.
the Lyon as well several times. Who else? Like, he had so many chances to leave, but it wasn't under the conditions that he wanted it to. So it makes me think, it's like,
Yeah,
are you delusional, or are you thinking of excuses to not leave
I,
Paris?
I, I
Because
just
there are
think
other factors.
he doesn't care about his footballing career. He only cares about money.
But then if that was the case, then you would retire. But
No,
then why
because he
also
can
would you
earn
say
even more. He can earn more money. He's at PSG with like 130 every week. 130K every week.
it's not even only like it's not even only about him playing or not playing or whatever. He gets injured as well. He comes to training, individual training every day. He comes to, collective training. It's just like I don't understand what this is all for. It's like essentially going to the gym and like going home. I don't get it. And then getting paid to do so.
Yo, who wouldn't have that? Yo, listen, Kurzawa, he's a genius.
Mhm.
Well, how he finessed Leonardo to give him a contract so he can just go and train and vibe with the PSG players. That's a dub for Kurzawa.
I don't know. I don't know what to say because at the same time, what was PSG thinking? Now when we look at this, how did you let someone sit there for so long and get away with this type of behavior? Really like this is the type of thing that we get accused of all the time. Players who sit there on huge wages they don't care about their
Yeah,
career.
yeah,
They get to experience the creme de la creme of like football by playing the Champions League every year and by winning the league and getting these trophies, which Kurzawa didn't get this time because he didn't play a single minute.
yeah. He doesn't care. He just doesn't care.
Under Pochettino, which is also saying something.
Yeah, but can PSG sell him? I mean, we can give him away for free. Just take him.
He's the one that you move to Qatar. He can go to the gym there and also get his money. Maybe he'll
Yeah,
play a few games here and there. If that's what he seeks, then the journey awaits. But he also, it's something tells me that he also wants, to be somewhat in the spotlight, which is why he keeps asking for Prem clubs. You know, unless that's just a way to keep him in Paris.
yeah. Mobster, mobster Kurzawa. Next on Abdul Diallo, and I think we'll all say sell.
I say sell in the most happiest way possible. And I'm not saying
Yeah,
that, like as in he's awful. He's not. He would do great wonders for
yeah.
another team. He's
And
not a
Milan
bad player
Madrid
at all.
also. Yeah,
AC Milan were looking into him and they certainly do need help in their defense, so a good center back would do them justice. I think he would do great, and I think he also has he's one of those players that would actually make you money now. You can sell him
yeah,
for a decent price. We almost
yeah.
did.
I mean, he won Afcon. He has reached the World Cup. So even though he hasn't played that much for PSG, he still has done stuff outside of PSG, and he's not that old. And I actually like him when he plays. I
Yeah.
even think that he's better than Kimpembe. Like he
Uh,
doesn't do many the stupid shit that Kimpembe does.
Yo, chill.
okay, dude, Diallo, like he's a character. Have you seen? I want to say like the
No,
game
but
against
did you see him
Claremont.
yesterday?
When who,
Yesterday,
Kimpembe or Diallo?
no Diallo. He needed a trim. He had like
Oh yeah.
yo. But when you talked about Clermont, you were talking about the celebration he had with Kimpembe.
No. It was him literally playing with Claremont's defense. And
Oh
like
yeah,
when he
yeah, yeah,
was playing as a right back.
yeah,
Oh my goodness. Diallo's right back moments, it's full of laughter, it's full of frustration. It's like, okay, you're not so bad. They're full of those moments. It's interesting, but the fact that he was willing to even play out of position for most of the time, to the point where people would mistaken him as a fullback instead of a center back, is something that I have to commend him for. He showed up and delivered when he was asked to. With his AFCON stint, he scored in the penalty shootout. That itself, as a defender, that itself is something to really look at. He has a lot of character, and I think he would offer so much to like a AC Milan or something. So I hope that that's still an open thing, and I don't think he would be opposed to leaving either. So
yeah. PSG Diallo.
So nothing more to say about him. Just so.
Okay. You can start off with this one. Tilu Kerer.
So
Yo, why are you not going in depth?
bro, these
short
dudes
and
is
sweet.
clowns. Ain't nothing to go in depth with these clowns, bro.
Wait, is Diallo a clown?
100%.
Oh Lord! All right. He's say you have Mo who's saying he's better than Kimpembe, and then there's you that's saying he's a clown. I love that. I love the diversity.
What is Diallo good at? He couldn't snap down a place at center back or at left back. He's just mid. He's mid. Just let him go.
You have to be something special to
And he's
kind of
actually
rattle.
comfortable in France. He's comfortable in Paris, by the way, Diallo, because um, for Senegal, he's a starter,
Hmm.
full fledged starter, whether it's center back or left back, he's a starter. So
Yeah.
he's comfortable, and he just won AFCON, so he's comfortable, and he knows he's going to play in the World Cup. He's comfortable at PSG.
That's why he
He
should
does
leave.
little he does little side podcasts here and there in the French community and shit.
Oh
Like,
yeah, I
he
forgot about that.
watches. He's an anime fan and shit. He watches MMA and stuff. Like, dude is just you know he's out there. You know what I mean? But man, get the fuck out my club, man. We don't.
I
You
love
mid.
Diallo,
He's
man.
mid. He's
He
mid.
no,
We
he's
don't need
not
that.
mid. He shows up when he does. Those few games where he played as a center back, he
Bichiabu
performed.
on the come up. Bichiabu on the come
Oh
up.
Lord.
He can
Of
go.
course. Like he's not irreplaceable.
Yeah.
He can go.
Yeah. Yeah,
I mean,
Kara. We were talking about Kara.
It's pretty much the same thing. He isn't good enough
We were
to play for
robbed.
PSG.
Absolutely robbed by Schalke. Robbed. We had our pants pulled down
Yeah,
by
but I
Schalke.
mean that's Antero Enrique tax because even Diallo when we bought him from Dortmund, it was like 30 million, 28 million.
That's Tuchel tax because Tuchel told Entero to get him, and they were in the same. And Kerr and Tuchel are under the same agency. They have the same agents.
Oh, all right, yeah, both of them sell, and I agree with that. I think they're not good enough, and especially Kerr. The thing with Kerr I don't like is he always has a mistake in him, and I hate to see that in defenders. But it's sad that both of them have played out of position. But maybe that's because they were so shit that they just can't play at centre back. The only place they can play is in the wrong position. That tells the story. But Princess, you're saying sell as well on Tilo.
Yeah, but I also would like to mention that there was a point where Tilo Kehrer almost kind of shook up the hierarchy this season. Um, there was a
When
point where people were really starting to reevaluate how they felt about him over Kimpembe. I'm not someone who forgets weird things like that. So it was a very split second. It was a very short time, but there was a point where Tilo Kehrer was starting to become more dependable as a center back, never as a right back. I think that that is probably one of the worst displays that I've ever seen in a recent years, and that would be a lot of Tilo Kehre's performances as a right back. Now,
yeah,
there was a point in time where I did start to prefer him as a right back more than a center back because we had Kimpembe. And it was at the time where we still had Thiago Silva, so it kind of made more sense. But now I think it would be best for him to get his for his benefit. I think it would be best for him to actually play in his natural position more because I think he would actually improve that way. And especially since with the World Cup coming and with Flick having so much confidence in Tilo Kehrer, I think he would also encourage him to move. It would be there would be no point in even trying to fight for your spot at this point. I think we've seen everything we've needed to see. Um, yeah,
yeah.
and I think a good team probably could take him for some money.
Yo, no, no, definitely, definitely.
Yeah.
He's young, and with him playing for the German national team shows that he has qualities. I, I would say around from 15 to 20 to 25 million. That's a good deal. Yeah, we will lose money on him, but
20.
we just move on. Yeah.
20 is good. Yeah.
Oof. 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 I mean, it hasn't been 100% announced yet, but according to all reports I've read, Nunmens will join PSG with a contract until 2026.
Good.
and he's not leaving. He's becoming the GOAT. I've said this. He will become the GOAT left back of all time. The GOAT. I just think he has the qualities to become that because he's so good offensively and the thing is, we have yet to see him being amazing offensively. Both him and Hakimi. Why some people have even called Nuno Mendes better than Hakimi this season? It's because he's better at defending than Hakimi. But we haven't seen them offensively yet.
Yeah, I'm waiting for his first goal with PSG. I'm waiting for that, and we've come close a few times, and I think he is the one of the best signings that we made last summer. And
Yeah,
it is absolutely beautiful to see how much of an impact, how much confidence that he has at such a young age, and it's great.
exactly.
Look, man, Nuno Mensch. Um, I don't know, dude. Like with Nuno Mensch, it's like he's gonna get better, but there are some gaps in like his game that he needs to fix up. But it's
Yeah,
only his
yeah.
second professional season, so he's obviously gonna get better. Obviously, we're keeping him. Like, there's not much to really say.
No, you have to look at his age. I mean, he's for comparing him to other left backs, he's good. But comparing him with 19-year-olds who joined PSG in their first season and he's had a really
Mm.
impactful season, that I mean, you have to look into context on in everything. This is his second professional season, and he's playing this good. Imagine, oh, Nuno. But yeah, keep definitely. Bichiabo, you talked before. I mean, how close is the loan deal? How close is he to be confirmed loaned out?
I think they're still discussing clubs.
Which
I
club
haven't
is he
heard
thinking
anything.
of?
Um, no, it's the same. It's the same thing that's been being said. The idea is to loan him out, but where is not something that has been disclosed. They just ended it at that thing about like League de clubs being interested. We'll see. I think that's gonna be a discussion for the summer. See where that goes. But yeah,
But
that is
is
if
he a
Bayern don't
player?
come back for him. Hmm?
But is he a player that PSG? I mean, how much are PSG focusing on Bichiabo and giving him like chance at PSG
You like a chance in terms of what?
to get playing time at PSG?
If he's
Do
getting
they
loaned
have a
out, he's
plan
getting
for him?
loaned out. Like if he's getting loaned out, he's getting loaned out. I think like probably his he would probably be there for squad depth for his initial seasons if he was to come back from his loan spell and they decide to keep him. I think he
Yeah,
would be a great replacement because we also have to think for the future. Like our center backs, they're at a good age right now. Bichabu he just turned 17.
Yeah, he's super young. He might not be ready, to be honest. But
Yeah.
a lot of these of our youth players, they also have that arrogance in the sense that they don't want to go to a League de club, or like the Belgian league. Some of them think they should be going on loan to Sevilla, damn near. You know what I mean? Like, just
yeah, yeah.
Freaking
yeah,
Leverkusen, Fiorentina. It's like, excuse me, you need to go to a place where you get frequent playing time. Like that's what the point of a loan spell is. Like
yeah,
it's for you
Yeah.
to really like get rid of your bad habits and develop better ones, you know? Come on.
But what team was it? Was it linked to be loaned out to, or
There's a
was
whole
there
bunch
any
of
team,
league.
or is it just the I?
There were actual teams that were listed. I have to find that tweet. But yeah, there was a list. There was a list. I will say this
Yeah.
though.
Wow.
I
Yeah.
would rather send them to Ligue 2, nothing less than that. I don't like the idea of them going to like national level um
No, League
clubs.
Two
And
is
that's
good. League
not
Two is good.
yeah,
League Two. I
and
think
that's
they
not
should
like
probably
an
have one.
elitist take. It's not an elitist take. It's more like I really want them to really get the closest thing to being challenged in the league without actually
Yeah.
playing in the league.
Yeah.
I mean, you could send them
And
to Liga. I mean, it's not a problem. But
yeah, for me, I think as soon as one player starts doing it, the other players will be like, all right, yeah, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. But they are a bit spoiled, the PSG academy players. They feel they feel they are better than other players, even though they haven't played a single minute for the first team. It is what
now
it
they
is.
are. Now I'm starting to see that more now. Like they usually don't do this.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, but we're all saying keep and see the future. I mean, th- I think it's boring talking about Verratti
Yeah, next.
because yeah. Paredes. Oof. Um, for
It's a
me
long
with
summer.
Paredes, for me with Paredes, it's like sell Herrera, sell Guy, sell Danilo, and then if you want to sell Paredes, sell him, but you have to sell them first because if you want to keep one of these midfielders apart from Verratti, it's Paredes who has to stay. The
Yeah.
priority is to sell the others, not Paredes. Paredes should be only sold when, yeah, when you have sold the other players. But until then, he should stay at PSG.
I would keep him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I would
same.
keep him, and if we do get someone else who could probably do a better job than Paredes, he's good for squad depth. I really don't think it's a good idea to sell him.
The thing is, he
I
has
think
one
that's
year
gonna
left on
bite
his
us.
contract. So if you don't sell him now for 15, 20, we will get nothing next season. But is it worth to take that?
If you get someone better first and you keep Paredes for squad depth, I think we should keep him. The only thing is that means we would have to extend him. So we have to get like the board really has to get clear on what they really want to do with him.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. They have to decide now because it's
If the
either
plan
selling him or extending him.
Yeah, you can extend him and sell him later if he improves himself. But the question is, does he improve himself? And does he become more consistent in his game enough for his price to be decent in the next few seasons?
Yeah, yeah. And I think we have to really rate Paredes and give him the praise. I mean, we saw how much damage we got when he was substituted out versus Real Madrid. I know that's a lot due to Guy not having that ball ability that Paredes has. It's a big downgrade, but still, Paredes was good that game and has been good for PSG this season. Ever since 2022 started, he has been easily
Yeah,
our
he's been
second.
consistent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh, his injury too as well. He had surgery. So we'll see how much that plays into it. What was it,
yeah.
like a hernia? It was something.
And I
Yeah, that
remember
might
he was,
play into it, to be honest.
yeah. I think ever since what we saw with Bernat this season, PSG will be more conservative, extending players that have an injury record or just got an injury.
He was
But
playing with an
But the thing
injury as
with
well.
Paredes, the thing with Paredes is what he's 27 now or 28.
Yeah, something.
yes,
27,
Yeah,
probably.
so now he's about to enter his prime and stuff. So maybe PSG. I think PSG are just. I think we're gonna keep him. I really do.
yeah,
I
Mhm.
think we're gonna keep him for some reason.
I
I
feel
just
like
think we're gonna keep him.
this season's gonna be a trial year if they decide to do
And
that.
Inter don't want to spend on him. Like Inter were the most interested party in Paredes, but they don't want to. So I think the only club Paredes would have, agreed to outside of PSG, outside of Spain, would have been like Inter Milan or
yeah.
something. But
What about his
they
links
didn't
to
come for him.
Juventus?
It's not. I don't think it's concrete. I don't like
Okay.
Juventus are getting Di Maria from us. Like
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think that's as far as that goes with PSG related signings.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So we all say keep, but try to figure out what you want to do with him, PSG. Nasser, I know you're listening.
Yeah. Post
Uh,
notifications.
yeah. Di Maria, we can just skip. Farewell, farewell, Di Maria. Angel, angel, angel.
Mm-hmm.
Man,
We
come
got.
on, man.
I call him the warrior from hell, Danilo Pereira.
Let me say this about Danilo. He's not good, okay?
Yeah,
But he's better than the rest of the like in amongst the bums, he's the best bum. Yo,
Sounds awful.
that sounded terrible. But
amongst the bumps, he's the best bump. Yeah,
nah,
that's an
but
amazing quote.
Danilo. The thing with Danilo is like he makes up for like his just his
Pace.
awful lack of pace and his lack of technical know-how.
Yeah,
But he makes up for all that with brilliant footballing IQ, good positioning, knows
yeah,
where to knows where to sniff out danger that's coming. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
he's just a smart player. That's what I'll give him credit for. He's a smart guy. He's smarter than Herrera. He's smarter than Gay in
and
a game,
definitely smarter than Wijnaldum.
and Wijnaldum as well. Yeah, like he just has more match intelligence, more know-how, and that's the reason why he gets called up frequently to the Portuguese national team, right?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Because of that experience, because of that in match and in game intelligence. You know what I mean? So I'm not opposed to keeping Danilo Pereira. You know what? I'm not opposed to it, but he cannot be a starter. That's for
oh,
sure. He cannot be a
definitely.
starter.
No, I think that Danilo Pereira, like Herrera, Wijnaldum, and Guy, they're very similar. Whilst Danilo gives us something we don't have, it's the height. Um, but yeah, he shouldn't be a starter. But I've always loved Danilo because yes, he's shit or not good enough to be a starter, but he always puts out his heart for PSG, and that's I like to see that. I like to see that he always tries to do his best, and he has even had memorable PSG games. Do you guys
Mm-hmm.
remember both ties against Bayern München last season? He
Yeah.
won like 50 headers, but yeah, I may have to agree with PSG that maybe it's not the worst thing to keep him, but he should not be close to being a starter. Definitely.
Yeah. Um, I'm more neutral, but also like I wouldn't mind if they do offload him
Yeah,
for
yeah,
sure. Um, I want to give him his props. He showed up. Um, he always tried. He's a hard worker, and he has the right mentality. I will say, when everybody's mentality was regressing, I think he really remained consistent, and he always tried. So I think that that's a commendable thing, but I have to be consistent with my evaluation. I don't think he's good enough, just like what you said.
yeah,
I think we could find something better. And yes, he should not be starting. And again, like he should definitely not be starting with like either him or Idrissa Gay.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Both of
He should
them
be
should not
alone.
be starting together. I'm not gonna go for that. Like really, I should not be seeing that next season. Um, so I like Danilo as a person as well, but
Yeah,
it's the his personality is not playing football. It's his legs. It's him.
yeah,
It's his legs.
mhm.
So yeah.
Yeah. I would say he's very similar to Diallo. He's a
No.
nice person. No, no, no. I would say he's a nice person, and he tries his best. He's just not good enough to be a starter. Which and the thing is, if he wants to continue on playing for the Portuguese national team, he may want to leave PSG to find a starting position, especially when PSG are wanting to sign two new midfielders.
And I think
You know?
Danilo could find
Yeah,
somewhere.
yeah, yeah,
Um, but I don't think he's the same as Diallo because I think Diallo could actually make frequent
yeah.
he could frequently be present in a starting 11 somewhere. Maybe not all the time, but he'll make it somewhere. I think he's a little bit more, yeah, but I like Danilo. I like him, but
All right,
you know,
man. We come on, guys. We're going way too long on One Punch Man. Like,
oh my god.
let's.
The best out of the bums. All right, the worst bum out of them all.
This guy
Jorginho.
is the biggest flop to ever play for Paris Saint-Germain. Is this clown?
Uh, him. I think there's a competition between him, Krychowiak, and Jesse Rodriguez for worst PSG player of all time.
I was about to say Hesse. Could probably
And
compete with
Krychowiak.
that.
Add Krychowiak as well. Them three.
Yeah, that's another one. Yeah.
I mean,
At least
what were your expectations when we signed this guy?
I just want to say at least Wijnaldum wasn't in the reserves.
Of our players, right, that progress the ball, okay? That when they get on the ball, they press the ball, they progress the ball either by carrying the ball or passing the
Okay.
ball, right? Our most progressive players this season, the top 5 just in Ligue 1 have been Verratti, Marquinhos, Kimpembe, Paredes, and Ramos. So basically, from our center back to our midfield, that's where basically the beginning of your build-up. Those have been our most progressive um, players in terms of dribbling. Obviously, Neymar, Messi, Di Maria, Mbappe, they're higher in terms of carrying the ball, progress.
Yeah.
But this is just strictly passing. The top 5 have been Verratti, Marquis, Kimpembe, Paredes, and Ramos. The bottom 2, Icardi and Wijnaldum. Wijnaldum in 11 minutes touched the ball 9 times and did not advance the ball once against Metz. Not once in those 9
And we were
touches.
5-0 up.
It's
I
crazy.
don't know what to say.
Uh,
He's the biggest bum to ever play for this club. Like, I think he's worse than Krakowiak. And okay, Hesse doesn't even count. He was just he's on another level, right? Of useless. But Wijnaldum, my goodness. Terrible. He's the worst recruit
did you
probably ever.
PSG? You want to hear an interesting fact? Wijnaldum is PSG's second appearance maker this season after Kylian Mbappe.
That's crazy.
Can you say
That's
that
not
again?
true. There's no way that's true.
He has
There's no.
played. Let me double check. If, PSG uh, matches played. All right, now he's down to fourth now.
Who beat him? Hakimi?
Hakimi, Marquinhos, Mbappe.
Yeah, I mean he got less playing time um
Yeah,
in the
but
later games.
that's a very disturbing stat. In all competitions, he played 38 games.
Uh okay. Wijnaldum, this was definitely not the right signing for us and this was not the right move for him. I think he probably would have done better staying in the Prem, probably back to his roots at Newcastle. Maybe not, I don't know. Um It's
Look, this
crazy.
for me personally, this is on Wijnaldum. He needs to do the forcing. You just had a terrible season. Louis
You're
van
out.
Gaal, Louis van
Yeah.
Gaal does not play. He just released his squad. You
Yep.
weren't in it. You were the captain of the team. You were the captain of the Dutch national team, and now you're relegated to not even making the squad. That's terrible. That descent is terrible. Coming to PSG has been a terrible decision for you, Wijnaldum. So if you're smart and you're not, trying to be comfy with the money you're earning, you would angle for a Premier League club or a club in Germany or a club, just some club, right? You would tell your agent to find you a club. And I'm sure he would find suitors in the Premier League because you
He
have a lot
would.
of history there. So
Yeah.
please just get it done, Wijnaldum, because it's going to be crazy. It's catastrophic. You don't want to be like in the same position as Donny van de Beek, who went to United and he can't even sniff the national team either. With so I think he's gonna, you know,
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's probably one reason for him to leave. I think he had interest from Arsenal and from Aston Villa a few months
Yeah.
ago.
Yeah.
Some La
Aston.
Liga teams as well were interested in him. He can find anyone. I mean, it's not too late. If he stays longer and continues to put up these types of performances, he'll the offers would stop coming.
if he stays another season, I'll kill him.
Stop.
I'll
Okay.
be no, I'll be so mad if he stays another season.
All
Seriously,
right.
then
David.
I'll know he's just a mercenary. He's just a money whore. If he
Nobody
stays.
stays. No, anyone who cares about their position in the national team, possibly before the World Cup, and like all that stuff, does not stay after what just happened.
Yeah.
They're not compatible. We're not compatible. That's just it.
David S said, "I knew Wijnaldum was a bum from day one," and that's the thing. From the
So did
first game
I.
until
So
the
did
last
I.
game, he hasn't improved. He just back passes, loses the ball, doesn't press, doesn't defend. I mean, have you seen his stats after the game? It's zero in every stat apart from possession
Always.
loss. Apart from possession loss, where he has like 10 or something.
Yeah.
Yo, I wish we could erase that Leipzig game where he scored 2 goals because he doesn't deserve that. But the thing is, why it should be easier to get rid of Wijnaldum is most fans outside of France and PSG, they think that PSG they don't play him enough. They say, "Oh, Wijnaldum doesn't get the game time he wants," and even he himself
Oh
said
my
it.
God.
Yeah, because he's shit. It's not because Pochettino just benches him for some reason. It's because he's shit, and it took Pochettino a long time to start benching Wijnaldum. Took him a long time, but yeah, he can pack his bags and leave for. He can go back to the Prem. They love
Just
him
go
there.
back to the Prem, man. Go back to the
Yeah.
PR,
Yeah.
the PR league. Come on. Just go back, man.
Uh, Another maybe the biggest money whore in the entire universe, Ander Herrera.
This fucking clown. This guy is a leech. He's a leech.
He does
An
not mess with
absolute
his bag.
leech. Absolute leech. No talent. Just fraternizes with all the South Americans so that he looks good. Speaks French, super professional. He just knows how to trick everybody. And he's gonna survive. Watch. This guy's like a cockroach in a nuclear attack, man. He's
No,
just gonna
and his
survive, bro.
his post-match interviews are so honest and sincere with his opinions on the game and stuff, and it just it shows that he cares, or at least that's what he's putting forward. He
No,
knows how to
because
play
he
the
knows
game.
this is his last big contract, and he's at PSG playing with the 1% of the 1% talents in the world. And he's just like living, and he's making a great salary too. He'll never leave. He'll he'll
He
never
knows how
leave.
to play
Qatar,
the whole.
Qatar.
Yeah,
Man,
maybe.
just go to Qatar, man. If he does that for us, if Qatar stars say, Herrera will offer you the same salary to play for Qatar stars,
Who
and
knows?
you
He
can you
has
can
good qualities.
yeah, and you can admire PSG from afar. How about
Yeah,
that?
Oh Lord.
yeah. He can come to the Parc des Princes and enjoy us thrashing teams. But apart from that, he shouldn't be on the field. He shouldn't be on the bench. He shouldn't be in the reserve. He should leave PSG.
Yeah, no one's gonna
But
stop him from visiting.
yeah, just look
Oh,
at his face. His face, it's I'm a serious money grabber. That's what he
oh
says.
my gosh.
I'm here for the money, not for the games. I mean, his highlight
Man.
at PSG, it was that goal when we were when he scored a goal in training with Neymar,
Oh,
and they
Oh,
in the
yeah,
that.
final eight. In the final eight. Oh man.
yeah. That's his memorable performance with PSG in training.
No, no, no. Let me give him credit. Let me give him credit. He played a very cerebral game against Bayern Munich in the Champions League final. He played a
Mm,
good game. For what he is, how limited he is, he played a good game.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like that pass when Mbappe gave him the pass after that Alaba mistake, and then he reversed the pass back, passed it right back to Mbappe. Mbappe, you gotta finish that, G. Mbappe, you gotta finish that. Like that would have made Herrera like a little cult hero in PSG. You know, like he made the pass for to us to win the Champions League, and that's what Herrera does. He's just a soldier. He's a soldier. But
yeah.
look, man, we don't need you, man. We don't need your service anymore, G. Like you can go just go off into retirement, Herrera. Like you've never been in the Spanish national team setup at all. Like you're just you're just chilling. Like come
Yo,
on,
he should
man.
go
Like
to Qatar and then get Qatar citizenship and play for Qatar in the World Cup.
oh, come on.
No, I mean the
Come on. First of all, you can't
yes.
do that. Second of all,
Why can't you?
do you know how hard it is to get a citizenship in Qatar?
No, no, not for football players. I mean, Qatar's national team, not maybe now, but before, I remember it was filled with Brazilians and Argentinians and Colombians.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
They would take
Maybe.
Herrera.
They probably would grant. They'll grant it. You know what? No, I don't think he would. Athletic club is also somewhere he could
Mm-hmm.
go to. I doubt it, but. Oh, but if Poch is going there, if Poch goes to athletic club, he would see Herrera again.
Reunion.
Mhm.
Reunion.
It's like they never left each other.
Yeah.
Yep.
Uh, Next, the Draxler. I mean, we have
So,
already talked enough about the Draxler before, and it's that it's sad, but we should just get the amount we can get for him and move on because we have Draxler joined in 2016. He's been here for
a
6 years
while. Oof,
and
yeah.
has, I mean, injuries and then inconsistent performances. Yeah, yeah, he would never go back to where he was in the beginning for PSG when he scored against Barca.
keep him.
Stop.
But
Stop it.
why? Why? It's not even good for him.
Look, keep him. He's just good. He's good at football. Keep him.
All right, troll. He's trolling again.
I'm not even trolling. Like keep him. He's gonna be like the 15th, 16th guy off the bench. That's a beautiful luxury. Keep him.
Is that
Wouldn't
a
you want
luxury
a
you want?
youngster instead?
I mean, if he's better than that youngster in preseason and it shows, at the end of the day, sports is a meritocracy. Keep him.
The facts that you're talking about preseason for a 28, 27-year-old Draxler is hilarious to me. If he proves himself amongst a youngster in preseason, no, he could still find somewhere, probably in the Prem, maybe back in Germany, where
Yeah, if there's an offer for him, if there's an offer of like 25 million euros for Draxler, I'm taking it.
are Bayern
But
still interested?
that will not happen. So just keep him. He's not fully finished. He's not finished at all.
Yeah.
Does he
He's
look
not
like a player that's
finished.
finished? He doesn't look like a player
No,
that's finished. So I just think, and he's still good at the game. I have no problem keeping him. At
I
least,
do.
at least for another season.
Oh my
Like,
god.
you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, we need as much. Look at the Champions League. What did we see in the Champions League? A lot of substitutes making huge contributions for City, for Real Madrid, especially. Like, you just need a deep bench, don't you guys think? Like, you need that. It's
Yeah.
important.
He got
I would
you.
with Draxler. I would say maybe when we get a new manager, he can decide if he sees Draxler as a good bench player or not.
He got you guys again. I'm telling you, every year, without fail, every year, there's always a group of people. I've been there. I've been there. Okay, I'm saying this from experience. That come out and say, under new manager, Draxler is gonna come back and he's going to revive his career. I'm
No,
still waiting. I'm still waiting for this revival. I have now given up, and I don't know. I just want to know when a certain section. It's not even the same section. It's different sections of a fan base who just all of a sudden got the Draxler syndrome. When do we move on?
but he just had surgery, so who knows?
Oh
Maybe
my
he comes
god.
back to his best after the surgery.
What about the last 6 years? Like, okay, we gotta really think about this seriously now.
Rome wasn't built in a day. That's all
Oh
I'm gonna.
my god, stop it. No, 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 no. I think he would really benefit playing somewhere else at this point in time. He served his purpose. Sometimes you wish that the purpose would have been done more consistently.
Yeah,
He shows signs of, like, he's definitely not finished. Definitely not. He has skills inside of him. I feel like he just, I don't know if it's a confidence issue or something. I really do feel like it has something to do with that. I don't know what goes on in his head. I don't understand. I don't understand why you would stay. He's too talented to be sitting here. He's too talented to play the way he does. Everybody knows it. That's why he still gets called up, even though he probably hasn't played a single minute in weeks. Come on now. Everybody knows. Just offload him.
all right. Uh, Idrissa Ganagay. He got into a lot of headlines, not due to his qualities on the pitch, rather his. Yeah. Uh, should he stay at PSG? I think he's not the worst player, but I think he's old now. We could still get an offer from a Premier League team for him, maybe Serie A team, maybe Ligue 1 team, like a Lyon. He would be a Guermas replacement. That's
I think
that's how I think we should try to sell Guy because he's old and he has gotten worse with age. I mean, if you remember his goated performance versus Real Madrid at the Parc des Princes when we won 3-0,
Mhm.
ever since then he hasn't come back up.
Listen, if Tottenham is ready, if they're still serious about that offer, I'd sell him. If Everton are ever looking for their man back, I'd sell him there too. Doubt he would want to go. Well, he might actually. You know what? Not that crazy. Um, if Aston Villa want him back, sure. I feel like those are the types of moves that he would make if he was to leave. I don't see him playing for another Liga club. I think he'll just end up going back to the Prem. Um, yeah, I'd sell him. At best, neutral. He shouldn't be starting. Definitely. Maybe for squad depth and stuff because he has stuff to offer. I might even keep him if we do have enough. You know what? Yeah. Squad players, we do need them. So, I don't know.
No,
I
no,
don't know anymore.
no. Listen, we have literally said the same for Draxler, Guy, Danilo, Paredes. Should they all be kept for squad depth?
No, and I definitely did not say that for Herrera and like,
No, no, no.
um
Danilo, Paredes, Draxler, Guy. We have all been like, oh, maybe stay, maybe stay, maybe. We have to
no,
get rid of these guys.
yeah, no, we do, but I'll tell you what, most of our problems with these midfielders is not even just the fact that they're there. I think it would hurt a lot less to keep them if they actually had people who started ahead of them playing more consistently and we just kept them for rotation. That would have probably been something you could tolerate. But because they are the ones who consistently play for us, you'd want to sell them.
Yeah, yeah,
I'd
yeah, yeah.
still want to sell them. Like, I'm not refusing any offer that comes our
No,
way for any of these
no, I'm
guys.
just saying there are. It's too many squad players. Out of all these four, keep two. Keep Draxler and Paredes. Sell Danilo guy.
No, I would sell Draxler. I'd keep Paredes and probably keep one of the Danilo or Idrissa Gay.
Yo. Idrissa
Yeah.
Gay, guys. That guy, he tricked everybody. He tricked the whole fan base. He tricked off on the whole fan base. With his first game ever against like Toulouse, and then the following game against Real Madrid, we were tricked. We thought this guy was Conte 2.0. We
Yeah, yeah,
thought,
yeah.
oh
Yeah.
my goodness, he fooled the whole world. After those two games, he just went back to being just your basic counter-attacking midfielder that's trying to play in a possession-based team that just doesn't fit. That's ultimately what happened with Ghana Gay. And it's just clear that like he's not the guy. He's 31, he's 32. Tuchel fucked us again. This is
Yeah.
what Tuchel, man, I hate Tuchel so much, man. Like this is Gay is not PSG quality. He's just not. We thought he was, but he's really not. Like in last season's Champions League, every game he started in, he got a red card. Do you know how wild that is? He got a yellow card or got a red card in the Champions League. He's rash in big games too.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
He's just not the guy. He's not the guy, and we need we need something new. Seriously, like Gake should go, Herrera should go, Wijnaldum should go. Those three in midfield for
Oh
sure
yeah.
should go. They have to go. Like no ifs, ands, or but. Like they have to go. It's over for them. But I still feel Herrera's just gonna survive. They have to
No,
go.
no, no.
They have to go.
No. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Somebody who watches the whole season needs to really come out and be making decisions. Mm-mm.
Yeah, and that's the thing. They did that overcompensating thing again, where at the start of the season, Herrera and Gay were on fire. You know,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Yeah. No, because they knew that's what pisses me off too. Like, where was this after you got comfortable? Where was all that goal scoring? I didn't
Yeah.
see her. Anyway, yeah.
All right. Moving on. Dina Ibimbe. I would say sell.
So,
Sell, and
so
he would do wonders somewhere else. So,
Yeah.
Leverkusen are gonna get him. That's a good move for him. He
good.
was watching the
Great.
Leverkusen game on his IG story, so I feel like that's a done deal. It's just about
Mm-hmm.
Leverkusen coming back in for him. 10 million
Yeah.
euros. He
Yeah.
can go.
With a 20%, 15% resale value on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll be great. So
Yeah,
yeah.
Hmm? Simons,
he can go.
but he wants to stay.
You want to know why he wants to stay? Because he's getting paid 1 million euros per year. No other club is paying him that as a youth from a youth player. That's why he wants to stay. He can go, man, but he's gonna stay. I just
So
don't see where what his profile is for. Like if he's gonna stay, just get ready to get loaned, G. Like be ready to be loaned if you want to stay so bad.
yeah, if I had it my way, I would extend him and loan him out, and see then how I would evaluate him. And as far as like knowing like what's the point of keeping him, I don't even think he knows, which is why I think he's doing a smart decision and waiting for Luis Campos to actually say something that would probably either reassure him or steer him the other direction. So I think that's to be determined. I'm quite neutral but leaning more towards stay.
I mean, if he wants to stay, give him the extension, but yeah, I agree with you. Loan him out, because especially with all the attackers we have, Mbappe extended, Dembele coming in, or at least a Di Maria placement coming in, he won't get game time. So yeah, a loan out, and he should take it respectfully. Because if we extend him and then put out him on loan, it means, listen, Simons, maybe not this season, but maybe the next season or 2 seasons after, you will get maybe regular playtime at PSG. But not
He
now.
he
He
needs
needs to.
to gain confidence in when he plays in Liga. He doesn't have the same confidence when he's playing under the with the youth, with the under
Yeah,
19s.
yeah,
I
that's
feel
true.
like he's a little bit too soft. His presence is not there nearly as much, and so I think a loan spell. He would be a perfect player to put on loan, but yeah,
Yeah. Um, Boom. Gharbi, Ismail.
the diamond in the rough.
What have you read from? Is he going to extend?
He's going to extend. They
Gotta be
had an
sign that
issue.
contract. Put that pen to paper, bro. Put that pen
There
to
was an
paper,
issue with his salary, so
guys.
I'm very
He's
curious to
Garby.
see.
Garby, you know what Garby needs to do? You want to know my plan for Garby?
Mhm.
What?
Just keep him in the first team. Let him keep
Yeah.
training. Let
Yeah.
him keep earning his stripes. He will be our Phil Foden. Like what City are and how they did with Phil Foden and how they just, you know, kept him sheltered, you know, made him train with the David Silvas, the Kevin De Bruynes of the world, him learning from them every day. That's what Garby just needs to do, man. Just learn from the best, and he's gonna get games here and there. And by 19, he's only 17. By 19, 20,
18,
he'll be
18.
playing. Oh, he's 18 now.
He
Okay,
turned
but so by
18 in
like,
April. Mhm.
okay, so by like in a season or two, you'll start playing more frequently. I feel like that's the thing with Garby. Like in the post, Neymar era, maybe who knows? Like he could be the guy because he's
Yeah.
just the
Yeah.
kid has a lot of talent. This kid has a lot of talent, like a lot of
Yeah.
talent. Just the base level is crazy what he can do. He can play on the half turn. He can receive like he just knows how to receive the ball. He does his ball control is amazing. Like ball rolls, like he can create space, like create half a yard to shoot for himself. Like he's a killer in the box. Like he just has
Mhm.
all the goods, like just to be just a top technician, you know?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
this is the
Yeah.
guy, man. I'm a huge fan of Garby, man. Like, and we need to like really like you know protect dude.
Yeah, he's a very intelligent kid. And you can see that out of all of the youth players, he has the most adult like presence on the pitch, like out of all of them. Like what I was just saying about Xavi Simons, Garby in his 5 6 minutes of his game time, he showed no signs of like weakness or like fragility or anything. He's just there. He has a monster of a presence there for his age. And I would like to keep him with the first team, but you can't go wrong with a loan spell either. So it's great either way, you know? I would definitely keep him. The contract apparently is looking good. Um so yeah, we'll see.
Okay, same here. Edouard Michoud, I would say you have to loan him out immediately this season because he has already shown that he wants to leave. So if PSG really want something with Michoud, they have to loan him out because he won't get game time. He won't get game time.
Yeah.
And as you, Princess said, he has to bulk up.
He
Yeah.
does. He does.
Man, look at him, man. Skinny, skinny dude, bro. Like, come on, bro. Built like a twig. Like,
Yo, why are you body shaming, man? Why are you body shaming?
I know he calls Donnarumma fat. He's out here
nah,
calling
man.
him a twig.
Mishu built like me, man. Like that shit not gonna fly. It's
Oh
not
my
gonna
God.
fly at the professional level, dude. Like,
All right. I think, if he wants to leave, I think we can get a decent price for him. That's great and everything. I think he should wait for, the sporting director thing to be really solved. I think he's also the type of player that you would loan out, and I actually think it was a mistake to not loan him out last season. At least to like probably a lower division team, like, just for him to really, I think that would have also helped him probably bulk up a little bit, but for him to really gain that experience. He also needs to be under a good coach. That's also something that I realized the last time he played. A good coach would probably do way better with him. And I don't think that keeping him with Pochettino really served anything.
yeah, just move. Like, I'm neutral on Mishu. Whatever happens, happens.
Yeah.
If he has the ambition to go to a new club like a Sevilla, all right, 10 million euros. Good night, peace. Like,
Yeah, I'm
and that's what
neutral
I
as
think.
well.
And now that Antero, let's not guys, Antero is back,
Hmm.
but like in the shadows, helping PSG. He needs to be commended, and he's gonna help us sell players. The last time Antero was our sporting director and he had to sell players, 90% of those sales were from
Youngster,
the
yeah.
academy.
Nkunku, Diabe,
Yep.
Zavre, and
So
Suki.
I think Mishu is a prime candidate to leave. Mishu, Dina, and Bimbe, even this Bituma Zala kid that's next
Hmm.
up, I just think these are all prime candidates to just leave, get us some money.
Yeah. I mean,
Right.
if we move on to Bitumaza, I'm just going to say leave. I haven't heard anything special about him. I haven't
Me
seen
neither. Like
anything
I don't
special
really know
about
much
him.
about dude. Yeah.
Yeah. He doesn't even look like a youngster. He looks like a
He's
23. He looks like
he
a
is 21, 22, around that age.
yeah, so
Yeah, the
Yeah.
ship sailed. Ship sailed.
I
I
don't know
think you
why
could still
he's in
sell
the first
him.
team. I don't know why he's with the first team even.
No, like he played 10 minutes. He was subbed on for Kimpembe, who got an injury at some point, and
Against Clermont, I think.
was it Claremont? It might be. Yeah. Yes, because we were up 4-0, clean sheet, and so he got subbed on for Kimpembe. He, I think, I'm so unsure. It says midfielder here, but I've also seen left back. Um, I'm so confused on where he actually plays. I haven't seen him play enough.
Yeah.
You could definitely sell him. Maybe preseason he needs to show out so that probably some scout or something has their eye on him. I think that would be a great decision. So, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, definitely leave. If not, loan him and maybe we can sell him for a bit more next season. But he should not be left in the first team. There should be an exit plan for him. But now we have ended with the goalkeepers, the defenders, and the midfielders. Now come the juicy part: forwards. Kylian Mbappe, we don't have to talk about him
Just
because
skip.
he's
Yeah.
staying. Ali Mbappe.
All right. Icardi.
Icardi. I mean, Icardi has been not mentioned that much because he has been injured, luckily. But
Man, Icardi gave the club just bad publicity. His whole shit with his wife
yeah.
and with Wanda, and like the club literally gave him 7 days or 8 days off to go find his wife. Can you imagine that? We really did that. We had to be some basic level of emotional support for this guy. This fat fuck, man. Like, oh my god, man. And he's always doing asado barbecues, inviting cats to this asado barbecues and shit. I saw one IG story where he had a pig just cut open, like up, like roasted on like some stand, and then he just put that on his IG story. Bro, the PSG community are just disgusted with him, man. This guy's a clown. He just wants to eat asado barbecues, pose with a beret on, like he's classy or something.
cheat on his wife. Cheat on his wife.
Like, yeah, like just
Cheat with other people's wives.
yeah, like this dude is a piece of shit on and off the field. Like
Yeah.
you're just ass. Like just
But
leave, bro.
what can we even get from him? Can we get 20? Can we get 25?
Man, Lazio, come and save us.
Napoli were interested as well. I don't know if that's still on the table.
Why would Napoli be
Oh.
interested when they have Osimhen?
I don't know. I saw that,
What
but
happened
I
to
don't know.
Newcastle?
I don't think
Newcastle would
Newcastle
never take
ever
him.
really were
He's
interested.
ass.
No, I think that was really like the club pushing that out there as like, PR, because I don't think they ever showed any genuine interest. Some Serie A club would probably come and swipe him up. So it's all good. Hopefully not on loan. Oh my god, please, no more. Again,
no,
with this
no.
loan stuff, we need to not like do that for people that we should be selling.
Icardi has to leave the club. You can go to Juventus for Vlahovic, but you can just leave the club. Would you guys take 10 million for him to leave?
Who, Icardi?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, we're selling him at a loss, but I don't want to sell him for that much of a loss. All's I'm saying. But if there was really no other option,
yeah,
I guess it's better than free.
Yeah.
Yo, guys, I just looked up Barcelona. They're about to play Villarreal in an hour, and in their 11, Dembele is not starting.
Is he on the bench?
I remember Xavi talked about that. Xavi talked about Dembele and the Villarreal game. But I think that Dembele is joining PSG. He's definitely not extending at Barca.
He might.
Yep, Dembele on the bench. Like they're sending a clear message to him now because it's obvious that he's not extending. So, welcome Dembele. Nasser, y'all already saw the report that Nasser's on the foul. It's a done deal, guys.
Yo, we have an attack of 3 ex-Barca players: Messi, Neymar, Dembele. We're playing with Barca. We're toying with them.
And Madrid couldn't get Mbappe. Madrid couldn't get yo. People are gonna say we're so unfair next season. The crying is gonna be. It's gonna. Oh, those tears, man. We're gonna have so much to drink. We'll never be dehydrated.
I don't ever care about our reputation from other people's point of view anymore. This just sealed the deal.
No, it's funny to see. Because people are just jealous of PSG. But now I think the biggest part of this show is Neymar Jr. because they have come out.
Let's talk about it.
PSG want to sell Neymar Jr. How much of that is true? Is it connected to Mbappe? Is it just a continuation of when we went out from the Champions League and rumors started circulating about him leaving? What is this really about? Well, I think it's PSG said. Well, I think it's they know that him and Messi can't coexist. But why would you want to send Neymar out of the two? He plays better, he's younger, he has a longer contract. What's the reason
But
of sending Neymar
Messi
to
is more
Messi?
marketable. Messi is far more
Yeah, but
marketable,
for one more
and
season, Neymar is, we will have him for three more seasons. He will be
For
more
as long as we have Kylian, it's
yeah,
look,
2025.
Neymar. If it's Neymar, doesn't want to go anywhere.
You're right.
Newcastle, okay, Newcastle are willing to spend the money on Neymar. I'm just telling you guys that now. But Neymar would never go there. I just don't
no,
see it. I just don't see
So
it.
from what I've seen, it's not Mbappe. Like people, of course, like at the Madrid pages, who else?
yeah.
Or one Madrid page has said that Mbappe had asked for Neymar to leave. I
I
don't
don't think
see that being the case at all. I think that probably comes from the club more than Mbappe, if at all. Um, my thing is, I would keep him over Messi because Neymar has given how old was he? 26 when he came. He's given 4 years anyway, more or less. He's given 4 years. He has given some of his best performances. He has sacrificed his body. He has been through turmoils up and down and has matured into not a different person, but he has matured. Let's put it that way. Um, where I think his priorities have also shifted. I don't think the intentions that he had when he came are not the same intentions that he has now. He's 30. We also have to remember that. Um I really think that I would rather keep someone with his intentions than keep Messi. Because Messi, like, if we're going by those rumors of like Inter Miami or like, his father saying, oh, probably, hopefully one day he'll go back to Barca. And I'm like, that's what it is at the end of the day. Messi always has a home to go to. He's always going to be the guy from Barcelona. Always. It doesn't matter that he was born in Argentina and went to like,
yeah.
what was it? What club was it? Anyway, you
He's
get what I
addicted.
mean.
I think that Messi is he's addicted to the drugs that Barca gave him.
Oh, stop it. It's look, okay, in all
Yo,
seriousness, in
stop.
all seriousness, he's always going to be remembered for having 20 plus years in Barcelona. Neymar, of course, he's been to multiple clubs, but like this, I think he's reached a point where you just don't take him out. I think he's
Yeah,
one of
yeah,
those
yeah, yeah.
people that's just like in love with the club and all this blase blah that eventually happens with a lot of players who want to leave.
Yeah, no, Maxwell was doing an interview with some Brazilian publication. He said that Neymar's dream is to win the Champions League, and Neymar did his final IG post for the season,
Hmm.
with the ECC Paris, message, and Mbappe was right there in the comments section
Yep.
saying see you next season. So I just think Qatar, they're fed up with Neymar. They're
Yeah.
disgusted with him. Like he hasn't he hasn't been what they thought he'd be, especially after the injuries. They're seeing the physical decline, like at the physical level, right? They're seeing his decline. So at this point, Qatar just want to offload him, and they're offering him to multiple European clubs. But the thing is, which European club? Because when I look at Neymar, right, Lukaku just went for 100 million euros this past summer. You know, Harry Maguire, all these dudes, they've gone for 90 million. Dude, Neymar is worth at least 120 million euros at least in this current market. At
It
least.
yeah, it's not less than 100 for sure.
So
Oh
if
yeah,
you they're gonna get if you want to get Neymar, you better shell out the money. You
And the
have to shell, and
salary.
also, and then on top of that, there's a salary that you have to agree terms with Neymar, with his team, right? And then you'll have to discuss image rights, and it's just gonna be super tedious, super long. I just can't imagine any club going through that whole ordeal for Neymar.
All for a player who doesn't want to leave. That's
And he doesn't
another
want to
thing.
leave. He
Ab-
said, "I have 3 years left on my contract."
he has made his point visible. And this whole, I don't think these interviews with Nene talking about Neymar are a coincidence either. That has been done intentionally. He is pleading his case, and I think his best case is Mbappe. Because Mbappe's emojis under his post was basically as if, like, yup, 100%. He put 100%, the eye emojis, and I don't know what the last one was. But it sends a clear message that, yes, I expect to see you next season.
yeah,
The thing with Neymar is, as you get older and as you sacrifice your body for this club, which this is also something I want to point out, it wasn't for nothing. This is not something to do with hygiene or whatever. This has everything to do with fractures, surgery, really injuries that should have taken more of a toll on him.
yeah.
I mean, yeah, you have to change, you have to realize they're going to change the way they play. So, him not being as efficient on the wing anymore, that is also a sign. So, also have to keep that in mind. Um, keeping Messi has to do more with how much money he brought in, the sponsorships he brought in. We have 11 new sponsorships. We made mad money last season, and he made the most. I mean, the shirts that were sold were mostly Messi shirts, a lot of them.
I
Not
mean,
to say that nobody else sold, but you
it
know.
helped the league as well with the broadcaster. I remember we had no broadcaster when the league started, but as soon as Messi joined, we got Amazon Prime. Was it Amazon Prime?
Amazon Prime for France, though, it's still a
Okay.
mess,
Yeah,
honestly. That
yeah.
entire thing. There were some, like, for an example, I think India finally got a way to, broadcast the games. After that, there were several countries that now had access, but it's still very, very, it's less than ideal, the TV
Yeah,
right
yeah,
now. Yeah, it's,
but
I don't understand why, but
yeah, but to end it with Neymar, we're all saying 100% still. And I love Neymar. I love Neymar. I don't want to see him leave Paris Saint-Germain.
Yeah, but if a team is crazy enough to put in an offer, the board will sell him.
Yeah,
And the team agrees with Neymar. They also have to agree terms with Neymar. The board will sell him, but
but we
it
don't think
just
that'll
seems
happen.
it just seems impossible. Don't you guys think? I
Yeah,
just don't
yeah,
think it
yeah,
happens.
he's not going to Real Madrid, so those weird links that I keep seeing
yeah, yeah. No,
everywhere, come on.
no, it's Real
Come
Madrid
Real
fans who
Madrid,
want to
Real
take
Madrid and
away the
PSG,
chairs.
Real Madrid and PSG, their relationship is dead.
No,
Like
it's
it will
Especially
hatred.
never be.
right off the back of the Mbappe saga, I don't think
Yeah,
conversations will be happening between any player anytime soon with them. So, yeah.
Yeah,
yeah,
and PSG don't care.
Yeah,
yeah.
We
you're
don't
right.
care to be hated.
And the last player, I mean, we've talked a little bit about him, but Lionel Messi, should he leave Paris Saint-Germain?
Come on,
Should
man,
PSG
just
try to?
stop. He's staying, right? Come on.
Yeah, I mean, listen, he has had 1 year now, and I think mentally he will be much more ready for next season with PSG, even though the World Cup is in the middle of it. And even Messi, when he's talked about what he will do after the World Cup, he doesn't know. He's a bit unambitious, but he can still bring a lot to the field. And yeah, the money he generates, it's too good to say no to.
Yeah,
And PSG got a chance in 1 million to sign Messi, who's probably the greatest player of all time, and I think they want to milk it for one more season,
And
maybe even the
I
option.
will say this. I will say this. Messi
Yeah,
will opt in on his last year deal too. Like
yeah, yeah. I
the
think so.
reality is, I think he will opt in. And the thing is, you know, it is what it is. Like Messi's at a point where I feel like he wants to still keep playing at the high level, because football is all he knows. That's all, that's been important to him in his whole life. Apart from family, like just football
Yeah,
is everything for him, right? So yeah, I just don't see him going anywhere, and I just see him. You know, he has one eye on the World Cup, obviously, because that's his
yeah.
last hurrah with the national team. So, but after that, 100% of his focus will be on PSG, and we will see it. So yeah, that's pretty much that.
I'm keeping my eye on any news that comes out about Messi because why do I keep I saw like a post talking about like trying to get him back to Barcelona, which is obviously not happening. I don't know where those keep coming from. Um but I don't know. It's interesting. It's interesting. I just feel like this was really unnecessary. I mean, I like Messi, but like at the same time, this was a very unnecessary signing.
Yeah, but
But
the
yeah.
thing is, when Messi is available, you take it. You
Yeah,
take it.
I
That's
get why it
yeah,
was. Like it's like how often do you ever see Messi ever like being available? You know, like leaving Barca
yeah.
itself is just mad, but yeah.
But I read the stat yesterday against Mets. Yes, I know it's against Mets, but he had four accurate long
I
passes or
forgot he
something,
was there.
which is the most in the top five leagues in any game this
Honestly,
season.
I totally forgot he was there. And that's not even to say anything about like his game or anything. I was just so preoccupied with everyone else and
Yeah,
everything else that was happening all at the same time. The Mbappe thing finally coming to an end. Di Maria took most of my attention. Neymar's 100th goal, like I really did not
yeah.
care or pay attention to anyone else.
Mm. But
So,
I mean, next season, Messi will definitely be better next season because it's the next season. He will have gelled with the players now for 1 year. It's a new manager, it's a new system, and some key players will join. Especially when our midfield gets better, that's when Messi can be closer to the goal and score maybe more goals and assist more goals. Messi's problem and Neymar's problem under Pochettino at PSG has been that our midfield is too bad to progress the ball because Verratti is man marked and Wijnaldum guy Danilo can't do anything. So Messi and Neymar have to drop, and then it's only Mbappe in the attack. But I think next season, new manager, new system, new players, Messi will definitely be better. The question is how much better will he be? Uh, I don't know. Maybe he can double his goals. Maybe he can get more assists. We'll see. But I'm patient. I'm not worried to see Messi for PSG next season. Some PSG fans don't like Messi. Uh but yeah. So we're all saying keep Messi, keep Neymar, and they're staying definitely.
we don't have a choice. Okay, you know what? Yeah.
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 All right then.
Is that everybody? Oh my god, we really went through all of them.
Yeah. 2 hours 30 minutes. But I think yeah, we talked well about them, and we will see if Nasser watches this video and what he does. What he does. But mm, other than that, to everyone that has been tuned in, great to see your comments there and everything. And at least 20 goals from Messi. Yeah, hopefully. But thanks for watching this stream, and make sure to tune in for the next one. So put on those notifications, and as usual, allez, allez, allez PSG.